Good morning, YouTube pipe family. Got a question for you today. The other day when our storm came through Georgia, it produced a few tornadoes in the area. Not too close to me, thankfully. But I had a weird event that happened to me about 7:30 a.m. I was in the kitchen preparing to take my medication as I do every morning. My wife had just left for work about 7 o'clock, and the dining room is right next to the kitchen. And all of a sudden, I heard the popping, snapping, crackling of electricity. Sounded like a big short from somewhere. And because we had just had the kitchen remodeled earlier this year, I thought maybe some wiring or something had went bad. So I turned around to look to where the noise was coming from. And lo and behold, when I turned to look to my left, because that's where the noise was coming from, that's in the dining room, right above the dining room table in front of the window, there was a big blue ball of sparkling, popping, cracking electricity. It was about this big, about as big as a basketball, and it had a red ring around it. It was blue in the middle, red kind of ring, and yellow and sparkling all over, just snap, crackling, and popping. And it lasted a few seconds and just went poof. It went away. Man, that scared the crap out of me. I stood there and just kept looking for a few seconds. Seemed like an eternity. I thought I might have to go to the bathroom, but I started thinking, oh my God, maybe the house caught on fire somewhere, or some kind of wire shorted or something. I got to thinking, I said, well, you know, right above the dining room table, there's no utensils, no plug-ins, nothing there. So it's impossible for something to have shorted out there. So anyway, I went to the fuse panel and I checked all the breakers. None of them had tripped. Because with something like that, it should have tripped the breaker. But none of the breakers were tripped. And I looked around for, signs of smoke, smell in the air of anything burning. Couldn't find nothing. Nothing wrong with the house anywhere. And Gizmo, it scared him so bad, he went up to his little man cave, which is under my bed. And so I just kept thinking about it all day. I'm like, God, what happened? What was that? What could that have been? And that's my question is, has anything like that happened to anybody in the YouTube pipe family community? Any kind of weird electrical event like that? So I started doing a Google search. I thought it might be related to something like St. Elmo's fire. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but anyway, I looked that up on YouTube, and that couldn't have been it, because that occurrence usually happens from a grounded electrode, and electricity comes off the top of the electrode and causes a ball of electricity to arc out. So it wasn't that, but it was similar. And then I happened to see a little ways down something called ball lightning. So the more I read about ball lightning and the more I researched it, I realized that's what I had seen was ball lightning. It's a very rare occurrence that happens during a thunderstorm, and it usually comes in through a door or a window. And it can kill you. If it hits people, it's been known to, some of them just pass through and do no damage, and some it's killed them, and some it's injured them severely. And sometimes it goes through a house without any damage, and sometimes it does a lot of damage. So, I mean, you know, lightning is weird anyway. It just does what it wants to. So anyway, that's what I believe it was ball lightning, because there's no other explanation other than God came down for a visit. And anyway, in any case, whichever one of those events it was, it scared the heck out of me. So if you've ever had an experience like that, just let me know, or do a video response about it and let us know about it. And I'm telling you, I didn't tell my wife about this for a long time, maybe the next day, because I was scared she would think I was either nuts, or I was afraid she would think maybe, oh, well, it was electricity in the house and the house is going to blow up. She gets freaked out about stuff. So anyway, I did tell her, and she did some research with me, and she realized that's what it was also. I'm just sitting out here on my back deck smoking my Savinelli Blowfish Special 172 with some of my special blend. It's a non-Latakia blend I'm smoking today. It's pretty good. I like it. I like to smoke a non-Latakia, non-Perique blend every once in a while, and this is a pretty good one. It's a Virginia-based blend. It's got light and dark in it, some well-aged Virginias, and it's pretty good. Anyway, let me know. I guess that's it for now. The real Batman saying, keep 'em lit. You got a good lighter. See y'all later.